Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, guys. Slave in the Cave here. I am a supporter of Imam Mahdi. You can visit the real, true, awaited Imam Mahdi's website in the link on the screen now. And today I'm here with a statement written by Imam Mahdi. I'm going to read it to you, starting now. Imam Nasser Muhammad Al-Yemeni. The date is AH 1437-0901, AD 2016-0606. Caution and warning from Allah the One, the Supreme, to all parties who are turning away from the caller to Allah to resort for judgment according to the book. So keep your duty to Allah, O those of understanding minds. Caution and warning from Allah, the One, the Supreme, to all who are turning away from the call of resorting for judgment to the reminder, whom exceeded limits in the cities, then made great mischief therein, and earth is filled with injustice and oppression. In the name of Allah the All Merciful, the Most Merciful, prayer of forgiveness and peace be upon all His prophets and His messengers altogether, and upon their loyal friends from their families, and all the believers in every time and place till the day of judgment after this. Allah's peace, mercy, and His blessings be upon you, my beloveds in Allah's love, the best foremost supporters in the era of dialogue before the appearing and empowerment and the manifest victory. Allah's peace be upon all the Muslims after this. Blessed Ramadan to you and all the believers. I hoped from Allah to accept fasting of the believers and their good deeds. O my beloveds in Allah's love, the sun has overtaken the moon repeatedly, the warning to the mortals before the night precedes the daylight, while they are in heedlessness, turning away, and for that we announce to the humans in the filmed explanatory statement in the video that the night of completing the full moon for the month of Ramadan will be the night of the middle of Ramadan in the computation of the forebeginning of the overtaking, to the fact the forebeginning of the month of Ramadan for this year of yours 1437 began on the night of Sunday after sunset of Saturday. As for the forebeginning of fasting, Ramadan is starting from Monday as what preceded of the explanatory statement through the month of Shaban, that the first forebeginning of fasting based on it definitely, without a doubt nor suspicion, the phases of the moon's light will complete until it becomes a full moon, the night of Sunday after sunset of Saturday. Verily, be witnesses upon that, then keep your duty to Allah, and believe me that the sun has overtaken the moon before you see a near chastisement from Allah. For the fact that Allah got angry for His book which I call you to it, while you turn away from it. But signs and warnings does not avail to people who did not respond to the call of the awaited Imam Mahdi to resort for judgment to the reminder before the night precedes the day by rising of the sun from its setting place, the west. Because of the passing of planet chastisement, Ramadan is Monday, date of day 2 by the computation of the overtaking, to the fact that the sun overtook the moon in its first forebeginning, the inevitable which will rain on earth stones of fire or afflict them with near chastisement before this. That's because of what they did, or it will fall close by to their homes until the promise of Allah comes to pass. Then the Muslims would respond to the call, resorting for judgment to Allah's book. The Muslims who divided their religion into sects and parties, and each party rejoicing with what they have until they claim that they are a right. And who can be a right who followed what is contrary to Allah's command in the decisive Quran, in the word of Allah Most High, to establish religion and not be divided therein. Truthful Allah the Great. Al-Shura, Surah 42, verse 13. The next time the global call entered in the beginning of the last half of the 12th year. So he said, the time of the global call of the awaited Imam Mahdi entered the beginning of the last half for the 12th year from the call time of the awaited Imam Nasser Muhammad Al-Yemeni, while the kings and presidents of the Muslims and their two proud scholars are still turning away from the call to resort for judgment to Allah in order for us to arbitrate between them, with Allah ruling in his decisive book in what they differed therein. And I am still announcing with it, and we definitely announcing the grievous chastisement to the fact they did not prostrate with obedience, and not a prostration of foreheads, because the prostration of the forehead is but for Allah alone, no partner for him. As for the prostration to Allah's Khalifa on earth, so the intending in the prostration of them, which means submitting to him and obeying, prostrating to the Lord by obeying his Khalifa. The awaited Mahdi repeats the admonishment of those who of understanding minds. So as long as they turn away from the caller of Allah to resort to judgment to the Grand Quran, I surely announce to them with a grievous chastisement, confirming with the word of Allah the Most High. But nay, I indeed solemnly swear by the sunset redness, and the night when it envelopes, and the moon when it expanded, that you shall ride a level from other level. But what is the matter with them that they do not believe? And when the Quran is recited to them, they adore him not. In fact, those who disbelieve deny, and Allah knows best what they hide. So announce to them a painful chastisement. Truthful Allah the Great. Al-Inshiqaq, Surah 84, verse 16 to 24. And I know not whether that which you are promised is near. In fact, I leave the matter to Allah, and I only warn you from a near chastisement. The warning caller for the parties to resort to the judgment to the book, the Imam Mahdi Nasser Muhammad Al-Yemeni. Thank you for listening. The link to the statement I just read is in the description. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.